Is property ownership a natural right? Have you ever wondered if owning property is something we are naturally entitled to? This question has sparked debates for centuries, especially during the Enlightenment when ideas about natural rights flourished. Let's break it down. Property ownership refers to the rights individuals or groups have to possess and control resources like land and goods. The concept of natural rights suggests that certain rights are inherent to all humans, independent of laws or governments. These rights are often seen as universal and inalienable. One prominent thinker, John Locke, argued that property rights are indeed natural rights. He believed that when a person mixes their labor with natural resources, those resources become their property. For Locke, this right is fundamental to individual freedom and human reason. He claimed that property rights exist before any government is established, and that governments are created to protect these rights. On the other hand, philosophers like David Hume and Thomas Hobbes had different views. They argued that property rights are not natural but are created through social agreements and laws. According to them, property is a moral relationship grounded in justice, rather than something inherent in nature. They believed that societies recognize and enforce property rights to maintain order and benefit everyone. Another perspective comes from natural law theory, which many Enlightenment thinkers adopted. This view holds that rights, including property rights, stem from a moral order that is part of human nature. In this context, property rights are seen as essential for protecting individual liberty and well-being. The role of law and government is to uphold these natural rights, including the right to acquire and defend property. In contemporary discussions, the focus often shifts to balancing individual property rights with social justice. While private property rights are widely accepted, ethical questions arise about their limits. For instance, what happens when property ownership excludes others or harms the community? The moral justification of property rights involves fairness, need, and the impact on society. So, is property ownership a natural right? From the perspective of Enlightenment natural rights theory, many argue that it is. However, other ethical viewpoints suggest that property rights are social constructs designed to promote justice and order. The legitimacy of property ownership often depends on how these rights are recognized and respected in a just society.